EA Sports
I gotta play this man
National
game.
Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Didn't even ask, bro.
Topsy-turvy opening weekend. It's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that would have been complete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
They'll try the left side with ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Oh my God, man. Like again.
Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That was good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
With all due respect, I'm not trying to get that shit.
First down, Jacksonville. Lawrence. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end.
Fuck knows, kid.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Like they.
Oh, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first and 10, it's ETN. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold it to just a yard.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Go for the check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Son, it's a hunt! Take right open, open.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
What?
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And his kick here is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get
that the white
something out
anthem?
of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And taken down just shy of the 40. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Gun. Stop.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Stop.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The Bengals are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets your point in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Yeah, we can hear you.
He's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. A good pick up there, 20 yards.
11 empty. Here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
You got to catch that.
He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here we go.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Here's Burrow. Incomplete.
For that play there was certainly a scouting report special because Cumberland was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. These two teams all tied after one. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gun.
He did not deserve that.
Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Myers. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Red on the red.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
13, Luke.
Again, it's Lawrence. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
11.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Burrow on play action. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was the tight end. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Antonio Johnson makes the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win.
Here we go.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's here. Bengals. Chase Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. On third down, it's short and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Think right. Think right open. Here we go.
Lawrence will throw. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's complete to the rookie from Colorado. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Lawrence. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Second and 10.
Fred, 11, Agate. Hey, here we go.
A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, Lion. Son, it's 11, Agate.
Now Lawrence. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 20 42 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out.
Ready?
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Now Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And as we all remember, these two were connecting back in their days at LSU when they were winning the national championship. But it wasn't just on game day. The amount of time they put in before practice, after practice, off days, that forged their connection. And it still continues here in the NFL.
And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it,
and he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Chase Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Powering his way forward. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 30 on second down, Lawrence. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Again, 11 on the play. First down, Jaguars.
Lisa 24. 13 Luke.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this off to Etienne. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, Ron. Hey, tomato. 11.
Back to throw again. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Burrow looking to pass.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go.
From the gun to give to Brown.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
First and 10 at the
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow will throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down and 6 now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second and goal, here's an option play left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
11, right 80, 12, 12.
Third and goal, Burrow. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Bengals 24, Jaguars 3.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Ralph. Focus. Hot. 11.
On play action, Lawrence looking long for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and 3.
Let's get set. Stop.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mecole Hardman, 47 yards. And the Bengals are on their way to a 2-0 start. McPherson now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Bengals 31, Jaguars 3. Evan McPherson to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Lawrence. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Go, go.
Here's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Lawrence going to throw again. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jacoby Myers, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Looking right side, and he's got him in. That's Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they'll get him down as he's
talking about Among Us.
the 40. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Who's the host? I ain't gonna lie. Whoever the host was a bot. He was a come on, man. He was a bot with the settings.
Opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Here we go. What is?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
11. Here we go. 12.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. This is Fant on the short completion. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Bengals, it's a win.
Bro, I didn't get one imposter.
They will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when they're in your mouth. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Coming live from the VIP. Heard tonight, like cross life. What that mean? Most days they say wanna see my me. The whole city got this. Heard he got plenty. Another rapper got it.
I wouldn't be surprised.